Hey, I'm Duncan. I backpack a lot, and a lot of people ask me, is it safe? Let's just say, for example, I tell people, yeah, I backpack in Thailand. And people, the number one question people ask is it safe? Well, I would tell them it's safer than walking on Market Street at night. But let's go find out what other people think.
I'm originally from Hong Kong, grew up there, and came to America when I was 14 and attended high school.
Do you feel safe walking around San Francisco?
During the daytime, yeah. Not so much at nighttime or certain areas of San Francisco.
Do you think it's dangerous in Iran?
Yes, I think.
Why?
I guess because of all the things that are going on in the Middle East. It's so close to like Iraq and other Middle Eastern countries where there's so many wars, ISIS and things like that. It's just scary.
Yeah, I'm from Poland, Europe, and yeah, I feel safe. I feel safe.
Okay. You walk around in San Francisco at night by yourself?
In the downtown, yeah, probably, but outside, I'm not sure. There are many weirdos in this town, but it's also building this atmosphere.
Okay, cool.
I'm from Warsaw, Poland, and yes, I think that it's safety to walk around San Francisco. Maybe not only one person during the night, especially if you're a woman.
I'm from San Francisco's financial district on Clay Street. It's totally safe during the daytime. At nighttime, if you know which streets to walk down, it's about a 9 out of a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. It would be a 9 for safety, as long as you know where you're walking.
Do you think it's dangerous in Poland or Czech Republic or places like Ukraine maybe? Do you think it's safe there?
No, I don't think it's safe there. I've seen some documentaries on that. And
Where specifically?
it was on the border of Czechoslovakia. I don't know the geography very well anymore because it changed the map over in that area a lot of times. But this one, like Czechoslovakia and Slovakia, Bosnia, but I don't know exactly how they border each other. I don't know. And I don't even know if they border each other. But I saw a documentary where it wasn't safe at all in those places because they're shelling buildings and tanks are coming in and blowing them up. That was in the 90s, I think, and 80s.
So do you feel safe walking in San Francisco?
Certain parts, I would say no, but for the most part, yeah.
For my sake, yeah, I'd say for the most part. But it depends, it all depends on timing and situation and location.
What about Iran? Do you think that it's safe in Iran?
From what they tell us, probably no, but I'm sure there's like parts of Iran you can walk around in. So.
I don't know if I have enough information to answer that question or enough experience in Iran to answer that question.
And I think a lot of places, if you're not from there, you're more at like a higher risk of like getting into something you're not, into trouble.
Yeah, because you're unaware.
Do you feel safe walking in San Francisco?
I do, generally. There have been times when I've felt a little unsafe, particularly like at night when I'm alone and walking like home from work or something. But generally, yeah, I feel very safe here.
Do you feel safe in those countries?
Yes.
Safer than San Francisco?
I'd say about the same. I've probably actually felt the least safe here compared to those places, yeah.
Do you think it's safe in Iran?
In Iran?
Yeah, in Iran.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that it's any less safe than anywhere that I've been.
Do you feel safe in São Paulo, Brazil? Is it safer than here?
No, not at all. It's completely different.
How different?
Well, there you can really, you can really see and hear, and a lot of people that got robbed at night. And
here or
in São Paulo?
In São Paulo.
Yeah.
Do you feel safe in San Francisco?
You know, if I'm going to compare it to other cities, yes, for sure. If I'm going to compare it, say, to Sacramento, maybe it's a little bit weirder, but you know, as the economy goes, so it's like an inverse relationship. When the economy's soaring, like in 2002 or 2001, crime goes up. When it's going down, everybody gets a whole lot friendlier.
Do you feel like you're safer in Europe than here?
I've never really felt unsafe in Europe. I would think that, you know, I have a little bit of a bias being an American, just because I'm very aware that somebody might be carrying a gun. So there's a little trepidation with that, but we're not in Texas, and we're really not in Nevada, so I'm not going to worry about too much here.
Do you think that it's dangerous in Iran?
Probably not. Yeah. I'll tell you a story. So I grew up in Washington, D.C., and a lot of my friends were expatriates from Iraq and Iran, whose parents had emigrated after, you know, the fall of their respective regimes. And so I grew up with these kids, and at times I'd go hang out with their houses, and their parents would always tell these fantastic stories of the way that life was. For example, in Iran, before the Shah fell, you know, Mr. Adel used to tell me all about, you know, the mountains just east of Tehran, which you can see like the Olympics to Seattle. And I had no idea. I just thought, you know, Iran's another dusty country. But what do I know? I'm just a provincial American, so I get this exposure. So I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
Oftentimes it's difficult to get out of our comfort zone. I get it. We feel uncomfortable going somewhere else we've never been before, and we have fears of a new place. And my answer to those people is, you know, the world is not as dangerous as you think. Just because we don't know that place, that doesn't make it dangerous. So I recommend you guys get out there. It's fun. Experience a different kind of life, experience a different culture, and enjoy the journey.